I've got this nice silicone mould. It is a sort of a geode with a hole inside, and I'm going to do something fun with that. And what I'm going to use is some of these, I'll show you, from the glitter box. It's some sequins like this. You can use it for mostly anything, and the colours that they come in are pretty funky. There they are. You can see all of these funky colours, and that's a nice colour there, and that one too. And I thought I would use this with this, so I've got some electric plum purple, so I am going to add some in there, and then I am going to add my resin. About half of this cup. I'm going to use my handy little mini spatula to scrape off the rest, and then we can mix. And then I will keep just a little bit for the glitter, which I'm going to put around the edge there, and I'll fill up the mould with the leftover resin. Make sure it's all in the corners. Again, very gently, but you need to be very gentle with these silicone moulds so that you don't scratch the bottom with even with a wooden spoon or a wooden stick like this. It can scratch it, so just very gently poke it in the corners. Make sure it gets in there and around the centre bit too. And then we can add a purple. And it's in a regular shape, so you just have to go by eye all the way around. Trying to go right to the edge if I can, without spilling over. Until I've used all of it up. Let's go there. And I'm interested to see what this shape would look like with a little bit in the middle there. I think it will look quite cute. We'll have to see. Make sure we get all of it out. And then I am going to delicately open this glitter. I shall use a spoon and pour a bit out, maybe about a teaspoon full. I want it to be quite thick. And make sure we mix it properly. And hopefully it won't float too much to the top, because glitter tends to do that, and then you feel like you need to do a top coat, but I don't actually think it looks that terrible with it all floating on the top. So let's use a spoon and let's go around there. Oh, this is delicate. That's not easy to do. A little challenge. All the way around, as close to that edge as I can. And that really is pretty, that glitter. It's very, very purpley. I do like it. a lot. And it's also a very fine glitter. So let's stop there. Now, you can see I accidentally spilt some in between there, but underneath I have a piece of plastic, so that's not going to be a problem. Don't worry about that if that happens to you. That's nice. Let's get my torch gun. And I am going to be very gentle with this because of these coasters. They don't like a lot of heat, so that's all I'm going to do. And then as a final touch, I have in this bottle a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. And I have got this powder called Marble Colour. It's a gold, it's a very fine gold mica. It's a bit like Maron. And I've run out of Maron, so this will do fine. I've just got a little piece of paper there. I'm going to take a little bit here and then mix it with a drop or two of the alcohol and make a little paste. And then I can very gently dip a toothpick inside, and I'm going to go around, I'll go around there today. That's lovely. It's a very nice gold. And then here we go, following the edge of the coaster. You can see you don't really need much, and I'm not dipping it all the way through, I'm just dipping it in the tip at the top so that it doesn't get too deep and scratch the mould. There. And you could do some inside if you wanted, just on the edge as well. I think that might look nice, so I'll do that. On the edge there. Then if there isn't enough, just add some more alcohol to it, mix it around, and then I can carry on along the edge there. And there, we'll let that dry overnight. So it's now been 24 hours and we can unmold it, and I like to flip back the edges first, and it's got this middle bit, so I'll do the same, and then peel back. Ooh, that's pretty. That is pretty. Let's lay it down there. I have the light shining through the window, but you can see that gorgeous glitter. It really is pretty. And then that effect that it's done. So the other side is really gorgeous too. It kind of flowed all the way down there, but that's not a problem. I actually like that side. And I kind of wish this had like a real druzy effect in the middle instead of being, looks like it's been cut with a machine. All of these molds have been cut with some sort of machine, so they're very clean edged, rather than, you know, like a real druzy, a real agate stone. It's kind of a little, has an effect on the edge. So that's that side and that's that side, and then I will do some gilding. And I'm just thinking you could probably, if you wanted, maybe do something in the middle here. You could even fill it up with some resin and maybe put some stones inside. Could do. Or you could leave it like that. So this glitter, it's not my usual glitter, it's this from AliExpress, and I'll put the link down below for you. Comes with 18 bottles. It's their fine glitter, so it works better for that. I wouldn't necessarily have used a chunky glitter, even though they do different types of glitters. And this mold came from them too. It's really cute. And it comes with a matching tray, which measures 25 by 30, no, 35 by 26 centimeters. So cute. There's a little tray, matching tray. And this came with two really cute little mini handles. The other one's still in the box, but I'm going to be doing something with that soon, so check out that video. I wanted to show you a little trick on when you're doing some gilding and you don't have any gilding liquid. I have got some acrylic varnish. It's a gloss, just any brand will do, but this is the one that I got from my local art shop. So acrylic varnish in gloss. I have two very, very fine mica powders that I got from the same shop as I got all of these products and glitters. And I ran out of Marron powder. Usually that's what I've used. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that's my usual go-to. So I've got two different shades. It doesn't show up on screen, but they're two different shades of gold. One is more of a classic gold, and one is a little more of a, I would say, a lighter gold. So that's more of a classic gold, and that's a little lighter. So we'll go with the lighter one today. I've also got 2 cups. This is plain water, and this has got a little bit of dish soap in it. And then I've taken a cup like this and I've cut it in about 1/4. You could even cut it a little less, and that's just to mix the liquids up. So what we're going to need is a little spoon. So I'll take the back of one of these spoons, just a little plastic, disposable plastic spoon. We'll open this. And you can start off with a little, just for the beginning. So I've got about that much. Put that to the side. Let's close this, because yes, this has happened to me in the past. It has spilt. Clumsy, so let's be careful. Give your varnish a little shake. And then you can squeeze out 1 or 2 to start with, and you want to make a paste with it. Take a clean dry paintbrush and then you can start to create your gilding liquid. Make sure it's all mixed in properly, and if you're using a gloss varnish, make sure it's a fluid one, something that's quite liquidy. So there you go. Made that gorgeous goldy colour, and then you can paint over the sides. Now you sometimes, but not always, oops, there's a hair there, let's get rid of that. I have a solution for these hairs, a pair of scissors, and just cut that little pest off there. Stop bothering me. You might need to go over twice sometimes, it depends. But this one, it doesn't look like I'm going to need to go over twice. It looks pretty good to me. Yeah, look at that. It's quite opaque. Let's focus in here. I've lost my autofocus, that's why. There. You can see how. And it doesn't matter if there are little stripes with the paintbrush, sort of marks from the paintbrush. It makes it look a bit more natural, because you know I've spoken about how factory looking the edges look rather than a real agate stone. So look, I'm actually creating some effects there. That looks much more natural than if it was flat and shiny and smooth like that. So you keep going all the way around and let it dry completely, as long as gloss varnish needs to dry. You'll have to read your particular brand's instructions. Now in general I do prefer to use these kinds of mica powders. You could use the regular mica powders that I've shown you in all of my other videos, but then I don't find that they're fine enough. So you could give that a go, but I really prefer something that was, this is specifically marketed for, I think it's nail art and eyeshadows, makeup, etc. And it's extra fine, and that's what helps. Now if you make a little mistake, such as over here, I've gone over a little bit, take yourself a Q-tip, and in this bottle is isopropyl alcohol. Just pour a little on. Sorry, I've got my glove. Just trying to protect that, it's a bit noisy. And then just wipe off. And there. If you see anywhere else, and with the other end, take off the excess alcohol so you don't ruin the resin. And there.